The Curse of the Mirage, A Tale of Mami Wata's Wrath. Created by Deneen Priso. Roots and Rhythms African Folktale Channel. The siblings' arrival felt like a quiet homecoming, but the air hummed with something they couldn't name. The village lay nestled by the coast, where waves whispered age-old secrets, and the earth felt alive beneath their feet. Iona and Kojo, with their American accents and curious eyes, were greeted warmly by villagers, though a shadow of hesitation lingered in their welcome. As dusk settled, Iona felt a pull in her heart, a tug that reminded her of her mother's voice, of words spoken in low tones and cautious smiles, warning of things that shouldn't be sought. She glanced at Kojo, who had the same look of wonder in his eyes. They had traveled across an ocean, yet here, they felt something more powerful than any ocean current. Something older than time. The villagers, sensing their restlessness, shared stories around a fire that night. They spoke of spirits and legends, of Mami Wata, the water goddess who was both protector and predator. She was beauty, they whispered, and yet a danger beyond mortal comprehension. Iona leaned forward, her pulse quickening as they described Mami Wata's eyes, deep and dark as the depths of the sea, and her smile, as enticing as it was deadly. The villagers warned of her oasis, a place that only appeared with the first light of dawn, vanishing as quickly as it appeared. The lure of the oasis. Their curiosity stirred into restlessness. Iona and Kojo set out before dawn, the village sleeping behind them as they traced the path whispered of in the stories. A faint glow rose from the horizon, turning the world into hues of purple and gold. Iona's heart thumped with anticipation, her steps quickening as she caught sight of something glistening in the distance. The oasis appeared like a mirage, its water still and pristine, framed by palm trees that seemed to shimmer. Kojo felt a strange calm settle over him as they neared, his eyes wide as he took in the beauty. It was perfect, as if untouched by human hands. They knelt at the water's edge, their reflections gazing back at them from the water's depths. For a moment, Iona thought she saw something else there, a pair of eyes, watching, waiting. A chill ran down her spine. Kojo broke the silence, his voice soft, reverent. Iona, have you ever seen anything so beautiful? His words echoed in the silence, and Iona shivered. They dipped their hands into the cool water, feeling it flow through their fingers, smooth as silk. The water seemed to glow under the touch of dawn, beckoning them to drink, to lose themselves in its embrace. Mami Wata emerges. But as they touched the water, a shadow parted the mist above, and she appeared. Mami Wata, the spirit of the deep, her beauty beyond mortal understanding. Her skin gleamed with an unnatural light, smooth as obsidian, and her hair flowed like waves, shimmering with a spectral glow. Her gaze was deep, endless, as though she looked into their very souls. Iona's heart beat faster, caught between fear and admiration. Her breath caught in her throat as she gazed at the goddess. She felt a strange desire, an urge to reach out, to touch, to know more of this haunting creature before her. Kojo felt a pull too, his gaze transfixed, unable to look away. There was something about Mami Wata, something irresistible. The goddess smiled, a smile that spoke of secrets and promises, her voice soft and compelling. Are you thirsty, my children? Her words seemed to linger in the air, wrapping around them like silk. Do you seek my waters? Iona's throat felt parched, as if her body ached for the very water before her. She wanted nothing more than to taste it, to feel its coolness inside her. She found herself nodding, drawn in, ensnared. Mami Wata leaned closer, her voice a whisper. Drink, then, she murmured, her eyes gleaming. But know this, once you taste my water, there is no return. The words were lost to the siblings, who had already lowered their lips to the water, drinking deeply, feeling the coolness flow through them like a wave. But as the water touched their throats, a burning sensation began, slow at first, then growing until it was all-consuming. They pulled back, gasping, but the thirst remained, clawing at them from within. Mami Wata's laughter echoed, soft, almost pitying. "You wanted beauty," she whispered, her voice a chilling caress, "but beauty is a lie. And now, children, you are mine." The transformation begins. The world around them shifted, bending like light through water, as if the very air grew heavy with an unseen presence. Iona and Kojo stumbled, clutching their throats, gasping for air. The oasis they had once found so beautiful now appeared twisted, unnatural, the surrounding trees contorted into dark, skeletal forms. An agonizing thirst clawed at their insides, relentless and deep. No water could satisfy it, no air could soothe their burning lungs. Iona fell to her knees, coughing, her vision blurring, and in her haze, she saw Mami Wata's figure hovering above, serene, her expression one of cruel satisfaction. "You are mine now," her voice echoed around them, soft but menacing. "My curse is a thirst no water can quench, a longing that will haunt you for eternity." Iona's entrancement. As Iona struggled, the thirst twisting through her body, she felt herself falling deeper under Mami Wata's spell. Her heart pounded as she looked up at the goddess, drawn to her with a helpless need. She could feel her own will slipping, giving way to a desire to be close to Mami Wata, to be part of her dark, watery world. Mami Wata noticed her gaze and moved closer, her eyes like deep pools pulling Iona in. The goddess's beauty was overwhelming, both seductive and terrifying. Iona felt her breath hitch as Mami Wata's cool fingers touched her cheek, a touch that promised both pleasure and pain. "Come with me, Iona," Mami Wata's voice was soft, almost affectionate. "Forget your life above. Stay with me, and I will take away your suffering." Iona's mind struggled against the enchantment, but a part of her wanted to surrender, to leave behind everything she knew. She could feel the law of Mami Wata's world, an escape from her pain, yet deep within, she felt a small, flickering strength, a memory of family, of her brother and the life she would leave behind. Kojo's struggle, and Amore's warning. Kojo, fighting his own torment, looked up to see Iona falling deeper under Mami Wata's spell. Panic filled his heart, and he reached out, grabbing her hand, trying to pull her back to him. "Iona," he called, his voice hoarse. "Don't give in to her, please. Remember who you are." At that moment, a figure stepped out of the shadows, an elder villager named Amore, his eyes grave, filled with an old wisdom. He approached them, his voice low, commanding. "Your sister is lost," he said to Kojo, his voice steady, unwavering. "But there is still hope. If she can resist, if she remembers her strength, she can escape Mami Wata's grip." Kojo, desperate, looked back at Iona, his own strength beginning to falter. But Amore placed a steadying hand on his shoulder. "Mami Wata's curse feeds on desire, on weakness," Amore whispered. "She tempts with beauty, but hers is a beauty that devours. Only by seeing through her illusion, by resisting her call, can you break free." Kojo felt a surge of determination, and he squeezed Iona's hand, his voice a fierce whisper. "Iona, I need you. We have to fight this, together." Iona's resolve. Iona could feel Kojo's hand in hers, his warmth a lifeline pulling her from the darkness. Her vision cleared for a moment, and she saw Mami Wata's smile falter, the goddess's beauty dimming ever so slightly. Mami Wata's voice, once soothing, now held a sharp edge. "Iona," she hissed, "you belong to me. Leave your brother, leave your world, come to me." But Iona remembered her family, her roots, and the stories her parents had told her, stories of strength, of resilience, of people who had survived impossible odds. She felt that strength rise within her, filling her with a fire that could not be quenched. "No," she whispered, her voice trembling at first, then growing stronger. No curse can hold me. With a final, desperate effort, she pulled herself from Mami Wata's grasp, her mind clear, her will her own. She held tightly to Kojo's hand, their bond stronger than any enchantment. Mami Wata screamed, her form flickering, her beauty twisting into something dark and terrible. "You defy me," she shrieked, her voice filled with fury. But Ayana and Kojo stood firm, side by side, their resolve unbreakable. Breaking the curse. Amore guided them through an ancient ritual, instructing them to pour the cursed water back into the earth, to return what they had taken. With each drop, the air grew lighter, the oppressive thirst lessening, fading. As they completed the ritual, Mami Wata's scream filled the air, her form disintegrating, vanishing into mist. The oasis shimmered, then faded, leaving only the barren shore. They stood in silence, the weight of what they had faced sinking in. But as they looked at each other, they felt a profound sense of connection, of strength. They had faced the goddess's curse and emerged, changed, yet whole. With a final glance at the shore, Ayana and Kojo turned back toward the village, their steps steady, their spirits stronger. They carried the memory of Mami Wata's beauty and wrath, but they knew they had overcome her power with a strength that came from within. And as they walked, they felt the weight of their heritage, their connection to their people, a power no curse could ever break. Please like, follow, subscribe, share if you enjoyed.